Hey there. Let me ask you a Halloween inspired question. Which feels scarier, staying where you are or making a career change? Hmm. Well, making any kind of a change, especially a career change, can feel extremely scary, no doubt about it. You're stepping into the unknown, you're leaving unfamiliar territory, could possibly be taking a financial risk, and everything is stable and familiar. And then the unknown, well, our minds start going, what if I don't make it? What if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? What if I regret it? Yeah, believe me, I know. My name is Catherine Walters. For those of you that don't know me, I am a soul alignment expert, and I help educators who are feeling burned out or less work fulfillment to rediscover their passion, their joy, what lights them up, whether that's inside or outside of education. For me, the answer to that question is it was scary to stay where I was. And this is how I discovered it. I was an elementary school media specialist, and I was at lunch on a Wednesday. That's how clearly I remember this. And the in the faculty lounge were the third, fourth, and fifth grade teachers and some special ed folks. And on that particular day, even though these were really great, wonderful, fun folks, on that day, they were a bunch of negative Neds and Nellies. They were complaining, and whether it was about the students or the administration or the parents or the lack of support or the pressure or the testing, I mean, the list went on. I mean, you know the list. I listened to them and I watched them and I thought to myself, my gosh, they're like about 20, 25 years older than I was at the time. And I thought, oh my God, hearing their bitterness and their frustration and their anger. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, that would be me if I stayed in education. And I thought, no, no, I can't do that to myself. Because I could just see as I heard them, they were counting down the days to the end of the school year. They always counted down to Friday and the weekend. And then one or two would say, well, 3 more years to retirement or only two more, whatever. And I thought, no, I can't do that. But the other piece is I also didn't want to bring on like physical illness or emotionally be drained and depleted all the time simply because I wasn't aligned anymore with what I was doing. As I had that image in my mind of like what I'd look like and feel like if I stuck it out, I knew I just couldn't do that. So I didn't know at that time what I was going to do. I knew I just couldn't stay. And that's also a scary place to be, and a very isolating place as well, because friends and family members and even your colleagues, when you start giving those murmurings and mumblings out loud to thinking about making a change, well, that stirs something up in them and they don't want to hear it. Again, you can feel very alone. And what I want you to know is that you are not alone. And that's one of the reasons that I offer soul alignment calls. They're complimentary to people just like you who are feeling those mumblings or maybe they're nudges, and you don't have anybody that you can talk with. And in these conversations, they're an open, honest, safe place for you to talk about what scares you and also begin to discover what excites you, what might give you more freedom and fulfillment and more joy. Because what I know that's really scary, it's not whether or not leaving is scary. The biggest thing, the scariest of all, is what if you never give yourself the chance to experience more, to find out what more is possible? Because I know if you are feeling nudges and whispers, and if what I'm saying resonates, then chances are almost 100% that you are meant for more. So let's talk about it. Let's discover what is for you and what are some clear next steps that you can take to finding out what does light you up and give you joy. Here's that question again. Which is scarier, staying where you are or making a change? Let's talk about it. The link is below. Love and blessings till I see you again. Namaste.